Hey, Mike McGroarty here. It's what is it? Middle of September. So what we're trying to button this place up for the winter. We've got a we had a plant sale last weekend. That went real well. I've never done a fall sale, so we had a bunch of people here. We did it / plant sale, St. Patrick's Day party. Therefore, we only did it for one day, but I don't know. We did a little over $2,000, and the interesting thing was, we had some Canadian hemlocks for $30, some for $40. We had lavender twist for $49. And really we sold, I think, 2 Harry Lauder walking sticks for $25. I had a couple of fine line Ramus that I picked up locally. We sold those for $20. Everything else was $4.97. It's just so much fun to watch those people, you know, just collect the plants, and they don't even think about it. They just buy them because they're $4.97. They like to be able to mix and match and get all kinds of stuff. So anyway, that was very enlightening to me, and you will see a lot more $4.97 plants at this place than in the past, because I came to that conclusion years ago. Excuse me. So I don't know why I varied from that when I moved to this location, but I'm headed back. I want to be the guy that offers plants at $4.97 and a huge variety. So anyway, after we got the donkeys, I realized I had a place to store some hay. So I end up hiring some guys to put up this little building. It's 16 by 24, I think. So we're trying to get a coat of paint on it before winter. This is my associate painter, my wife Pam. She's rocking her red painting hat right now. And we'll take a quick look inside the building. You gonna say hi to people?
Hello.
So anyway, this is the inside of our storage building. I think that door is 8 foot by 9 foot. We put an overhead door on here, and then for like $350, these guys built that loft. That thing is huge, and as you can see, we've just been kind of sticking stuff in here, helter-skelter. Completely unorganized, but at least we have a place to put some of this stuff and get it out of the main garage where we park the tractor and constantly are working on things. So we were tripping over a lot of things that we weren't using, but mainly I had to get a place to put hay inside where it was dry. First thing I'm going to do is give you a really quick look at my newspaper ad that's going to run this weekend. Then we're going to go up and look at $4.97 plants. All right. The ad rep just stopped by and dropped this off. Huge benefit of being in a small town. You know, he's actually next door neighbor, lives on the same street as I do. So anyway, this is the ad that's going to run. This is going to be like a half page because I can buy these things really, really cheap. Huge nursery stock liquidation sale this Saturday and Sunday. 2,137 plants must be sold. Only $4.97 each while they last. And then there's all kinds of crazy ad copy, which is typical for me in these ads. And I'm not going to read you the whole thing because that would be really boring. But anyway, that's the ad that's going to run this weekend, and I will report to you later about how well that thing did. So let's go look at the plants that we sell. All right, hey, this is some of the stuff that we've got that we're selling for $4.97. Well, I bought these tables at Sam's Club for 2 reasons. One, it's nice to get the plants up, and I actually picked this tip up from one of our members at our shindig here in August. And it's nice to get them up high so people don't have to bend over and read the tags, and they like to browse better that way. Next spring I'll build some tables that are just a little bit lower, but I also need tables like this because we have events here, you know, for our members. Every 2 or 3 times a year, never fails when we try and do these videos, somebody decides to entertain us. So anyway, I needed the tables anyway, but they're working out good for this. So let me kind of walk you through here real quick. These are some redbud trees that we've been selling these for $4.97. I bought these from one of our growers, one of our own members back this spring. I've got 3 different kinds of blueberry here. I've got some sedum that we've got, you know, we're selling this $4.97. These are sand cherries that we did from hardwood cutting. Normally I would trim these mid-season to get them to fill out, but we're probably going to get hardwood cuttings off of them, so we haven't done that. You can see right here, this was the cutting last year that I stuck, so that was about 6 inches long, and they did really good from hardwood cuttings, terrible from softwood cuttings, very challenging as a softwood cutting. So here's some euchera. I think all this euchera here I bought from one of our members. We got some small Golden Vickery privet. This came from a member. We have a bunch of different daylilies in here. It's a magnolia. Let's see what else. This is snow angel euchre that I divided. This is there's some weeping cherries, Japanese red maples here. These things are they're a little bit worn from the weather this year, but next spring they're going to look like $1 million. That'll be their second year. So here's some. This is Goldfinger potentilla. We picked these up from a member. They're still in bloom. When we got them this spring, they were about that big, weren't they?
Yeah.
So you can see how much they've grown from a small cutting or a really small liner. And then as soon as we're done selling plants this fall, we're going to go through here and we're going to pull these things up like this, and we're just going to whack the top off, and they'll be really nice and full next spring. So anyway, we got some black lorope there. This is silver dragon lorope. Dappled willow, same thing. Those things really need prune. There's some green giant arborvitae, variegated lorope, bunny grass, Cumpson forsythia. What do we have? Carria, variegated carria, blue rug juniper, blue boy holly, blue star juniper, blue girl holly, Japanese holly, grapes. These grapes came from one of our members. The carria came from one of our members. These cotoneaster, coral beauty cotoneaster. Came from one of our members. So yeah, obviously I buy a lot of plants from the people that you know, belong to our membership. So people who have the backyard growing system, I buy a ton of stuff from them folks. This is some Golden Curls willow. This was a hardwood cutting. You can see the cutting is right there. All of this growth happened this growing season. So anyway, Mondays with Mike. These are our 497 plants. Hopefully we're going to plow through a bunch of these things this weekend. We're selling for 2 days this weekend. Even if we don't, doesn't matter. We're putting them away. We're closing up shop, and we got a million things to do this fall to get ready for spring. So again, like I said, last weekend we probably sold, boy, it had to be what, at least $2,000 worth of 497 stuff, every bit of that. So that amazes me, and it just excites me really. So anyway, Mike McGroarty's Mondays with Mike.